Welcome to the Beginner Photography Podcast with your host, Raymond Hatfield. The photography podcast dedicated to helping you grow by answering your photography questions every weekday. Email Raymond at beginnerphotographypodcast@gmail.com to get your photography questions answered. Now, let's get into today's question.
Hey, look at this. It's Friday. It's the end of the week, Paul. This is great.
All right. And how do you deal with a bad client? I'm going to go to my country club that I'm paying 10% for each wedding, and I'm going to let them handle it.
So what if it was
matter.
like, what if they said, oh, you know what? I'm not happy with my family photos.
I'll be like, I'll be right back. Calling the country club. Telling this guy's busting my chops. Hey, look, I took a page out of your book. He's busting my chops.
I've never heard that one
I'm with
before.
the country club. Yeah. I don't know if you bust chops.
Is that a new one? Of course you bust chops. People like getting
How?
punched in the jaw. That's what chops are.
Busting chops.
Yeah, right. Like when
Are you saying chops is your teeth?
yeah, like, like
Chops.
yeah,
Not
like
chomps. Chops.
good point. Okay, I'm going to have to Wikipedia that when we're done. So, you would just
Okay.
let the country club handle everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Blood in, blood out. I feel like that's how they're running the country club.
No. So, honestly, I just went through something like this with a friend of mine. She was having problems with a client, and it was just getting dragged on, and we would always try to come up with solutions, and it seemed as if every time like we came up with a solution, they would just say, or the client would always come up with some sort of rebuttal. Okay, so there's
What was the situation?
the situation was that a photo was printed wrong, but the process involved the person okaying the photo before it was printed, which
So
they did.
let me take it from there. So I'm the photographer, you're the client, Ray. I take a picture, I'm like, hey, I'm going to print this, send you an email, okay it or don't okay it, let me know what's going on. You say, it's good. I give you the picture and you're like, it's totally wrong.
Essentially, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Who
I
is
would
at
tell you
fault?
to beat feet. You're at fault. You're the one who okayed it, and I got written documentation. You want to go to court? Country Club got a great lawyer.
This isn't. You see, you're right. You're right, and you're wrong here. Okay, because you're right in the fact that it's like the person okayed the situation, and that well, it's all on them. Sorry, bro. Like, sucks to be you. But at the same time, I don't know how much it would cost to replace that print. $40. Is that worth?
Well, then why couldn't they just pay the
of
$40?
mouth? No, wait. What I'm asking you, the photographer, is if you had to
Depends on how much business I was getting.
potentially from that person, I'm telling
From
you,
if
in this
I'm cleaning up,
situation, a lot
from this one person.
potentially.
So they're
yes.
so they have a high value member card.
Okay. Yes. This client is very well respected in the community and would bring a lot of.
Oh, then yeah, I'm freaking eating my words. I'm like, I'm so sorry I messed that one up. Please forgive me. You know what? I'm gonna reprint it for free. Don't even worry about it.
Right. Essentially, that's what it came to. Okay. So at first
That's
it
what
was
we're done. Like in the beginning.
well, again, there are situations that could come up where the client is clearly in the wrong. In this case, technically, they were clearly in the wrong. Right? They already okayed it. They said, "Yep, it's good. Send it on over," and then they did, and then suddenly they were upset about it. This is kind of like one of those case-by-case things. But the point is once again, you really, really, really need to be focusing on the client experience. So you need to figure out exactly, your first step is to figure out exactly why the client is upset with whatever they're upset about. So a lot of times, if somebody's upset, they're just going to say, you know what, I really don't like the photos. I'm not happy with them, right? You need to find out exactly why they weren't happy with the photos. This has happened to me personally, where a couple has said, you know what, we're just not really happy with the photos. And suddenly I'm like, whoa, what do you mean you're not happy? Like, how am I supposed to take that? How am I supposed to help you? When I dug deeper, I found out, oh, they wanted more pictures of themselves smiling at the camera. That is what the problem was. It wasn't.
And this is after the wedding?
No. This was for an engagement session, right? So they said, you know what? We don't like our engagement photos. I find out, oh, it's not just we don't like your photography. We don't like your style of photography. It's clearly like, oh, we just wanted more photos of us looking at the camera. And that is a simple fix, right? So they were being a bad client because they were very upset with me. They were using, I mean, it wasn't harsh language, but they were being somewhat hostile towards me, right? Like saying like, oh, you know what? I'm not sure if we're going to have you shoot our wedding anymore. Like, if we can't trust you and all this stuff. And I was like, whoa. Like,
F that.
I needed to find out exactly.
Can't trust you anymore?
I needed
What
to
are
find
you
out
talking about?
exactly what the problem was. And that
Get
is
me
when
fired up now.
I was. And that's why I took a day to be like, no, I'm going to respond to it tomorrow. And when I did that, I inquired, okay, what exactly is the problem here? Is it, X, Y, Z? And that's when they told me, I really wanted more pictures of us looking at the camera. Okay, that's an easy fix. You know what? Great. Let's get you in front of the camera again. Tomorrow, my expense, of course. Let's do this. And I did it, nailed it. They loved the photos, went on to crush their wedding, and then they referred more people to me, right? So that is turning a bad situation into a good situation, right? But the one thing that you should not do is if you're having a bad experience with a client is to reply purely based on emotion. Because if you do that, it's going to be bad every single time. If I would have read that email and been like, what do you mean you don't trust me, right? I would have had your exact reaction. Well, you know what? Screw you. Like, and you're not getting your retainer back. Like, you're not getting any of that money back. Sorry. And then that would have been it. I would have been screwed. So always think about the client, obviously. Try to figure out exactly what is wrong and still try to figure out how you can help them. And if it comes to it was your fault or if they are of some sort of influence to future business, take it at a case-by-case scenario. Sometimes you have to bite the bullet and just eat the cost.
That's it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked this episode, be sure to subscribe for more daily photo knowledge. And don't forget to rate and review the podcast so we can continue to bring you the best content possible.